Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Xena and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Xena's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we're giving the puppy when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and we're going to keep the bulk of the leash folded neatly in your right hand. That leaves your left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we ever give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. We're going to give you different options as far as training collars when you come to pick her up. And then we have one that we recommend. Now, Xena is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking. Very important command. And the command is Xena heel. Now at this point, Xena has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind or forcing you to have to pick her up, but walking next to you like a little lady that she is. And each time that you stop your feet, Brandy has taught her to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So when you're walking your dog and you stop to cross traffic or you stop to talk to a neighbor, she should sit nicely at your left waiting for her next command. Yeah, you're going to have to jazz her up. We're using treats with her every once in a while to keep her motivated, because we want her to look at the training experience as positive and not be a shaky mess about it. This is going to be a fun time for you to share with her, do your commands with her, teach her what you expect from her, not constantly be picking her up, and having her work toward praise for good behavior. And not for being super needy. That's not healthy. If Brandy slows up or speeds up, she should do the same. And when you stop, she should sit automatically. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. And because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Stay. You give that one-word command to stay, and you turn to face her. Make her hold this. Start out at about 20 to 30 seconds and work all the way up to 3 minutes. She needs this self-control. She needs to be able to have a sense of self and not be scared to death and not be constantly jumping into your arms. When Brandy returns back to her, she walks all the way around her as an additional distraction. Still a little bit nervous about people being behind her, but that's okay. You're going to work through this. And she takes off heeling again with her. Use your treats. It's okay. Make it fun. So we're giving her lots of praise, lots of positive reinforcement. Brandy's going to leave her in another sit-stay. Now you're going to slowly wean her off of the food, and I know that she's going to be a totally different dog when you're working with her, because you already have an established relationship with her. So we'll see how that goes. Now this time, instead of returning to her, Brandy's going to call her, and this is the come on command. And she's been taught to come and sit right in front of you, facing your knees. And then she goes back to heeling. Good girl. So a nice heel, nice automatic sit, nice sit stay, and nice come. Brandy's going to leave her in another sit stay and demonstrate that come on command again. She uses her name, she calls her right in, and she comes right in and sits. So don't reinforce that bad behavior of her coming and being rewarded for jumping on you. And none of these exercises are strenuous or are hurting her. We're making her think, and we're teaching her that she can be independent and have a good self-image. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you use your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now you can practice this command right in your living room. Don't make it a big deal. You don't have to put your coat on and go outside. Practice right in the house. She's a small enough dog that you can do that. When Brandy returns back to her, she will quickly get all the way back around to heel position. And Xena did allow her to get behind her that time and return to heel. So all of your commands start and stop at heel position. And you can see that Brandy's being very light with her, talking to her, occasionally giving her a treat. We go with what works best for the dog's personality that we're working with. And we want all the dogs to have a good time with their training and not to be intimidated. We're trying to build self-confidence. So Brandy's going to give her another down. And you can almost see the dog's body language as she gets comfortable. She kind of throws her hips out to the side. That tells you that she's probably going to stay for quite a while. Work up to 5 minutes. This time Brandy will call her out of that. Good girl, Xena. She loves that prayer pose, I'll tell you. And you can see when Brandy gets excited and hypes her up and gives her a treat and talks real sweet to her, she responds beautifully. Now the last command we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. So you have her seated first and you leave her in a stay. And you turn to face her. This is the only time that you're going to use your right hand to give the command. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That was picture perfect. You're down from a distance. Now all of these commands go hand in hand and helps you with every behavior that you have described. Brandy, you can return to her. The house breaking, the crate training, any problem behavior starts and stops with Xena being able to use her brain to not lean on you so much for self-confidence and to just be the beautiful little lady that she actually is. We have enjoyed having her. She's done a great job here at school. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.